Hey everybody! So the question, what's something that happens in the place where you are, a cultural thing that you wish would happen more in other places too? Well, here I am in Sierra Leone, in West Africa, and here we're just beginning the rain season. So if you can see, we have these big huge gutters because the rain comes down my road here in torrents. It's pretty strong. We get even up to 150 inches of rain in a year. So that's pretty intense, and when it comes running down the road, it really destroys the road. So one of the things that I really appreciate is that people come together and they just work on the road and they make it better. And that might sound like kind of a normal thing, but what's interesting is that there are actually so few people with vehicles. And so the people that come together is sort of like a clean your community kind of idea. But what happens here is that when people that are driving the vehicles, which aren't that many, drive by these collection of boys or young men that are working on the road, they will often roll the window down and give them 1,000 leones, or 2,000, or even 5,000. 1,000 leones is about 8 cents, and so it's not too much, but it's so well appreciated here. And you can just see with the road, the rain just destroys it because it's not a tarred road, it's just dirt. So all those rocks turn into yeah, it just turns really bumpy for those of us that are driving vehicles. And so sometimes you'll even have these groups of guys that'll make a little like line, piece of string to block the road and say, please give us money. It's technically, I think, illegal to block the road that way, but it's a nice tradition. It's all kind of in fun. Everybody's laughing, and you know, they successfully stopped a car, and the people give them 1,000 leones, or they beg off and say, oh please, I can't this time. But I just love the way the community comes together. The Sierra Leone society here is more of a collectivist culture, meaning there's much more of a sense of we as a first sort of sense of identity rather than I. And in my home culture in America, I would be much more likely to think of myself in terms of my identity, who I am, as opposed to who we are. And in Sierra Leone here, there's much more of a sense of who we are, and this sort of we-ness comes out in this little way. So whenever I see these guys working on the road and I'm driving my nice vehicle, I love to roll the window down and give them 20 cents or $1 and just you know, cheerfully say thanks for the good work. So that's one thing I love about this culture here in Sierra Leone.